Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Trent Bridge. This isn't actually the Trent Bridge, I don't think, but over there is Trent Bridge Cricket Ground, which is where Nottingham's massive beer festival is held every year, and we're going to it. So come on, let's go. Right, we are inside the festival. We've got our glasses, which interestingly are for the St Albans Beer and Cider Festival. I'm guessing they're keeping the real ones until the proper event starts later today. I'm here with my good friend Kieran.
Hello.
I've got a questionable beard, he's got a questionable tash. Hopefully the beers won't be questionable, that's one thing we can hope with. Hopefully you can hear him all right. So we thought a bit of an interesting spin on things. Instead of me coming in doing my usual thing going, that's good, and that's probably good, Kieran is going to pick the first. Let's go with 3 to start, and then we'll see how we get on.
Sounds
The
like a
first
good
three
idea.
beers with no direction from me whatsoever. Let's see what we get up to. So then, Kieran, where are we thinking of heading first? Are we going all the way into the main hall?
I think we'll go into the main hall. There's a good selection of random breweries and random beers there. That's my usual go-to. I usually leave the bigger brands until later on.
So we're leaving the brewery bars for a bit. We're going to go in to basically the cask walls.
That's the
where
one.
it's all of a bit of a shake-up. Right. Of course, trade day. It's nice and quiet. Look, almost no one here, which is excellent.
I mean, I've got to go for Ginger Ninja, haven't I?
Dancing Ducks Ginger Ninja
Yeah.
from the Ginger. That's a fair shout. It's a refreshing ale with subtle ginger flavour. So we've just been hassling the guys over at Blue Monkey with their, as ever, eclectic selection. And in the glasses, we have, this was Dancing Duck, Ginger Ninja. Can we remember the description? It was on the video that you've just seen.
A hint of ginger.
A hint of ginger
in an amber ale, I
in
guess.
an amber ale. Okay, it looks quite pale, but let's give it a go.
Pale ale,
Cheers.
it is.
Happy Beer Festival. Ooh.
Nice, that is.
Okay. Good start, sir. Good start.
Yeah.
I feel like I've probably had it at some point in the past. Probably here. But yeah, that's got that proper nice biscuity golden ale thing. Load of sharp citrusy hops, and right on the tip of the tongue, it's got that nice fiery bit of ginger.
I say it tastes quite nice.
Yep, there you go. The expert here gives it a thumbs up. There you go. Cheers, everyone. On to the next one. So we are out over the pitch here at Nottingham Cricket Club. Interestingly, for the first time this year, and I don't know if you can see over there, but there is actually a bit of the beer festival on the pitch for the first time. Previously, it's been absolutely no one allowed on the pitch whatsoever. But yeah, there is a marquee down there. Normally, if the weather's good, which it's not been today so far, it's not raining a lot right now, but as you can probably see on the floor, it is damp. These stands later in the week will be full of people enjoying some beer and food. Right then, glasses are empty. Kieran, take us forth.
We'll go and wash them out.
Yeah, good idea. Rinsey. This is quite a newfangled thing. For at least Nottingham's beer festivals. For years, you just had to make do with whatever dregs were in your glass, but no, not anymore. You can actually get rid. Right. After you, sir.
Let's go to Bateman's, I think.
Going hunting.
Well, actually, no, let's have a look along here.
What are the thoughts, sir? What are the thoughts?
Well, I'm looking at the names of them. I tend to look at the names. If I see a name I like, I'll then look at the description, and then if it's something I fancy, then I'll go with it.
I think that's pretty normal, to be honest. Yeah, I've seen one that name-wise has piqued my interest, but I'm not going to try and sway him. We'll find out in a moment.
I think I'm going to go for Yeti, because Tom used to have a Skoda Yeti, and he used to shout Yeti on the road at other Yetis.
That is the one that piqued my interest. Well done, well done. We are going for a third of a pint of Stay Wild Yeti, an EPA fermented at cold lager temperature. This one will be interesting. Right then, EPA, lagered EPA called Yeti from Stay Wild. Looks very, very pale. Shall we head back out onto the rooftop? Well, the rooftop, the middle of the stands. Past the very classy urinals, as you can now see. So, an EPA, I wanted this because of the name. I didn't want you to pick it because of the description. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah. So an EPA, presumably European Pale Ale. There's too many something PA acronyms these days, so I'm not really sure. But
or English Pale Ale, perhaps.
Well, of course. It could be an English Pale Ale. Right, I'm going to give you the honours. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll let you give your opinion first this time.
It's a bit more citrusy than the last one. I guess it's quite similar sort of Pale Ale vibe, but not too over the top. I don't really like citrus ales, and this is all right. So yeah, not as good as the last one, but
okay, I'm with you. I don't prefer it to the previous one. Lots of kind of mango and lychee notes in this one. It's not as what's the word? It's not quite as sharp or as astringent as I was expecting it to be. It's not been absolutely laced with citra, which is great. Not feeling like it's gained a lot from the lagering process, other than that it is pretty clear. It's nice, is what I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's drinkable.
Just nice. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right then, we're off for the third and final of Kieran's intro choices. Where are we heading to, sir?
Wow, I think I'm going to go back to that bit there, but around the corner. I feel like we need something darker.
Oh, we're going to the dark beer. Excellent. Right then, we're back in. Smooching around. It's getting busier, as you can tell, because we were here quite early before the official opening even. So, you know, but here we are, people. Scooching. More beer.
I think we're going to go for your filthy bastard.
We are going to go for, he's chosen something I can't say in a publicly friendly environment. You filthy bastard. Here we go. From Not That California, you filthy bastard, a milk stout with rye and oats. That sounds a bit of all right. All right then, had to make a makeshift tripod, so hopefully you can see everything. This is called You Filthy Bastard from Not That California.
Yeah, something like that.
They're a brewery from Falkirk in Scotland. Interestingly, brewery in Scotland I've not heard of. So either not very big or very new. The real interesting thing, so milk stout, but with oats, that's normal. But also rye. Rye does interesting things to beers, and I'm going to go out on a whim and say you've probably not had a beer with rye in it. It's not that common.
I only know about rye Vitas, mate, to be honest. So.
Give it a go. Does it taste like rye Vita?
Cheers.
That is...
It's lovely.
Very good.
That is fantastic.
That is heaps of flavour. Not massive body on it, so it's quite sessionable, but really flavourful.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And it's got this nice kind of bonfire toffee burny thing at the back.
Yeah,
it's like
kind of.
It keeps the bitterness is there, and it's the rye's not doing its normal thing where it becomes a little bit spicy and almost too. It can be quite rye Vita-ish, like it's quite vegetal.
Yeah.
This, no.
Yeah.
Excellent third choice.
It's actually really good. Yeah.
Cheers.
Not too bad a job, I think.
Right then, that's Kieran's 3 done, and now we're going to flip. It's going to be my choices, and he's got to drink it regardless of what I choose. I'm not going to try and trip you up. This is what I would go to as soon as I get into a beer festival, and it will be no surprise to any of you at home where we go first. Let's do it. Oh look, there's a massive clue, and it's already got a busy bar. Hello. We are going for, can we get 2/3, as in 2 individual thirds of the Blauer Affe?
No problem. Blauer Affe is German for Blue Monkey.
There you go, Blue Monkey in German. That's a good shout. Oh, that is, look at the haze. That looks a bit of all right. I think next to the Blue Monkey sign feels appropriate for this one. So this is a wheat beer that they've just done for basically an Oktoberfest brew / the beer festival, I think is fair to say. So, how are you with wheat beers?
We'll find out.
I know. I happen to know that you are sometimes yes, sometimes no, which is why I thought it'd be interesting. They have done wheat beers before, but not many, so this will be interesting. Let's give it a go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh,
It's tangy.
rich. That is a proper German style wheat beer. That's like Franziskaner depths Weiss beer. That Oh, it's probably only a 2-pinter.
Yeah, you won't be able to drink much of it.
Oh, some flavour in there. Okay.
It is actually really nice. Yeah.
Good start on my third. Excellent. Right, I guess we'll put you up on the next one. Rightio, we're off to find the international department for beer number 2. There we go, American flag in full station. This is a German-style fest beer brewed with German hops, but by the Americans. So let's see how the Americans can handle it. We've got a cheeky seat. Well, it's a bit wet, so we might have to just stand up. But for context, we went down to the Norfolk area last weekend.
Very flat.
It was very flat to see an old friend of ours, and they had a Oktoberfest style beer festival on at their local pub. It wasn't any of the actual German Oktoberfest beers, it was all local stuff, things like Grain, Ampersand Brewery and people like that. But their fest beers, they were pretty tasty. So
very good.
This, and I've already forgotten who made it, but I told you earlier, is the Americans' attempt to make an Oktoberfest beer. Given that it's that time of year, thought it was a good try. So cheers, sirs.
Cheers.
Give it a go. They've not done a bad job.
That is Right to Farm, I think it was called, wasn't it?
Right to Farm, yeah, was the name of it, and it's slightly more bitter, possibly, than most fest beers. Although that said, this year's Paulaner, as I've already complained about, was very much that way. It's a bit flat. That might have been the fact it's been transported in a keg across the ocean. Probably doesn't help.
Would do it.
But
I actually really like that.
it's got the spice. It's got the maltiness. It's a good effort.
It's got a wee little fizz.
It is. Now, I've got to think of my third and final beer for this little section. It's going to have to be something interesting, isn't it? Anyway, we'll find out. Cheers.
Cheers.
Right, I decided to come down to the Nano Brewery tent for the third and final of my choices, and I'm torn. How local shall we go? Shall we go
Local
Piper?
pub for local people, Thomas.
All right, in that case, let's get something from my favourite beer location in Nottingham, Beeston, which I think is over there. Let's go. So we've gone for Beeston Hops Black Veil. This is a tiny brewery very close to me that, I'll be honest, you almost never see, so we'll take the opportunity. Right then, so the third of our 3 apiece, I was going to call it a trilogy, but a trilogy per person.
Trilogy times 2.
The trilogy strikes back.
The sixagy.
The sixagy. I'm sure there is a word for that. Anyway, this is from Beeston Hop, and it is a stout with molasses. It should be as up my street gets. Let's give it a go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, soft, licorice, bit smoky. Ooh, loads of licorice. That is. Well, but it's like really sweet licorice. It's like.
Yeah, it's not like horrible licorice. I don't like licorice, so if I didn't
But you do like dark beer, so
I do like dark
you do like
beers,
licorice in that guise.
Yeah.
Licorice without the bitterness is probably the best explanation. That dark fruit, deep, rich, that is fantastic.
Black Forest Gatto.
So 3 apiece. How did we do? Let me know in the comments. Were our choices any good? And I mean, we enjoyed them all.
I did.
And you are going to stay with us for the rest of the day, but not quite so beer by beer. We'll just cut in and out with random bits of thought, and by the end, it'll probably be complete nonsense. So if you don't get a proper sign off and it all just goes black at the end of the video, we had a good time. And cheers.
And also at the end of it, tell us which person you thought picked the best beers, me or him.
Oh, that's going to be hard, actually. I think I'm torn. I'm torn on this one.
I think you might have done, to be fair.
I'm not sure.
I'm
not sure. The American German fest beer was good, but I don't know if it was good enough.
Who knows?
Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, we'll catch you later. Cheers. That has no business being that good.
Like treacle.